catch them on camera, why do you think you see them and in a split of a second it leaves? Like it's super, super fast. Is because they move at the speed of light.
Right.
Like it's different over there. Time is different over there than it is over here. So like, I guess like how you were saying that when you're in the physical, everything slows down.
Yeah.
It's a harder way of life. Things die.
Yeah.
But it might not be like that over there.
Yeah. Oh, I want to repeat what you just said too. Jasmine just said she believes that Earth is like the hardest lesson, and I was saying, yeah, I think so, because everything is materialized here, everything is physical here, so things move slower here. So whereas on other planets, when you try and manifest, you can speak things into existence or think things into existence and it manifests quickly. But like she was just saying, here it's slower. Things happen slower. It's harder. Right.
But this comes from reincarnation.
Right. We were talking about reincarnation, and if you believed in, if she believed in reincarnation, she says she does.
Yeah. Also, I heard that when they were like, okay, well, can you explain people with disabilities or people who just have like a really, really unlucky life? And I heard, because I'm still learning about this, is that when you reincarnate, you choose. Like, even if you believe in God, when you were taught about God in heaven, like from a Christianity point of view,
like a religious,
it tells you that you chose. You were an angel and you chose to come down here. We chose to come down here. Why wouldn't we choose it more than once?
And also what I think about, like when people do incarnate on Earth and have hard lives, I believe that they chose it contractually because for whatever reason, either karmically in a past life, maybe they made fun of somebody who had a certain condition, or even maybe their soul is so advanced that they asked to come into a more challenging experience because they have bigger lessons to learn than the average mundane of learn to be love your neighbor, or you know, the other things that we learn, right?
It's all a lesson. It's not to punish you. It's for you to live that course of life. The soul's evolution.
Yeah. We incarnate into the physical vessels for the soul's evolution. And on other planets, on other galaxies, the soul needs to evolve in different ways. But on Earth, this is just how we evolve.
Yeah, and also I heard that people who have like really, really, really sucky lives, is that it can be from karma. It can't be from like, okay, I need to learn a new lesson because I'm bored. But also some people want to get their life on Earth over with quicker. Like they don't want to keep coming back, so they actually they're like, throw it all at me. Like, I don't want to come back here anymore. So they want to hit everything so they can go to a different planet or just stay in Earth, stay back in heaven longer.
That makes sense, Jazz. That's big. People who ask for super, super, super hard lives, they want to bust out all their karma all at once so they can go so that they can advance somewhere else. Because can you imagine how many times someone has to be a human to learn all the things that the human soul learns? If you're like, I want it all now, I don't want to come 5, 6, I don't want to be black and Asian and all the other,
I want to
like,
be crippled, deaf,
blind, stupid,
raped, adopted,
dragged,
everything.
Kidnapped.
I want to die. I want to have 3 death experiences
in
like,
one lifetime.
Get it all out of the way.
Make me a refugee, make me a fugitive, make me run for my life, give me all the lessons. I can bust it out in one go, and we're going to the other planets after.
Yeah, I
can you
go
imagine?
Back. Take me back there.
What in the... That's funny.
Yeah.
That's something to think about.
Another one I heard was about suicide, that a lot of people think with suicide, like, you chose this obviously. So you obviously have to finish it. So suicide doesn't really get you out of it. You actually have to, like, when you get out of your body, you're like, oh crap, stopped way sooner than I was supposed to. I didn't learn what I was supposed to, and then you have to actually come back and live it all over again.
Yes, and something else I learned about suicide too, it's literally like breaking your contractual agreement. If you made a contract to go through whatever you decided to go through in life, and you don't go through with the mission, or you don't go through with the plan, you try to eject the soul from the body before you're meant to, there are consequences, and you hold on to whatever pain or whatever grief you were feeling in your lifetime that transcends, because it's just a feeling, it's attached to your soul. It transcends to wherever you go after. So if there was a soul who lived their best life, did everything they were supposed to do, they might go on to become an ancestor, or go, you know, to another dimension and travel, get to see things. But if you kill yourself, if you commit suicide, you are holding on to the heaviness. It's really about density. You're too dense to travel to other places, so you go to lower density places until you can bring yourself back up vibrationally to either go back, be recycled into the life process, or you don't get to cop out. And that's the message that I heard. You don't get to cop out.
You gotta redo it.
Yeah.
Redo it again. And then what's really interesting was like, because I really wanted to believe in hell.
Ooh.
Like, hell was a concept that was so hard for me to break because I really did believe bad people deserve to go bad places. But could you, let's say that God is real, and I do think God is real. I just don't think he's what people are trying to set him up to be.
Religious God.
Why would a God who made someone or something, his kids, suffer eternally? Like, that just doesn't seem right. It doesn't really seem on brand.
Right. There seems like there should be another opportunity for them to redeem themselves.
So what I've been like studying and thinking about was, I always use Hitler as an example, is because, okay, who could you think of possibly
to be the most
worst?
Evil, right?
I always tell people that how I look at it is hell is on earth. I mean, hell is, everybody says hell
people
is the
say
hardest
that now.
lesson.
They said hell is on earth. We're experiencing hell now, and we're meant to transcend to heaven on earth.
So with Hitler, it's like, well, how can Hitler do something like that and he just gets to come back and live a better life? He may not have. Hitler probably could have been transported into another genocide.
Ooh.
He could have been a child of genocide this time.
He could have turned into the pigs. You know how they say the slaughterhouses, like the animals that they're killing and stuff like that? Their souls could have incarnated into like a cow or a chicken that gets slaughtered at the slaughterhouses.
Slaughterhouses came from Hitler's gas houses. We actually learned how to slaughter animals in like those slaughterhouses from Hitler's what he did to kids. And also we have a lot of hospital things like amputations we learned from Hitler's experiments. Everything Hitler did, America actually bought or took from him when he killed himself.
Right. And also all the stuff about twins. Can one twin feel it if you hurt the other, and all this other stuff? Yeah, they learned so much.
Yeah, so
pregnancies, they learned so much.
He could have been his karma, or what he needed to go through now was that, okay, I was the killer. All right, time for me to be the killed.
Yes, I totally believe that. And also, I don't know if you've heard this, but they say like sometimes the people who do the worst things in these lives, they're kind of like light workers. They're like dark angels, meaning like they signed the contract to be the bad guy to wake people up. Have you ever heard that before?
I haven't, but that's really interesting.
Like they say like Donald Trump, even though like he's like a sucky person, they say what if he was a light worker? Like what if he was like meant to wake people up through being his repulsive, disgusting, you know what I mean? Like there's some people who sign up to be the bad guy to wake people up.
That's interesting. I would love to hear more about that.
Wow, I love these chats. Okay, thanks Jasmine for all your insight. That was fun.